Welcome back to Crew Questions. Today is a great topic, grading. Question comes up a lot, so I can't really attribute this to one person, but really I got a few people coming in and asking, how does experience points and grade points connect? The simple answer in my class, they don't, and they shouldn't. If you ask me, it really limits your gameplay and it doesn't really allow for some of the things that you need to have happen in a game. Right? School already is a game, it already has points, you're already giving those out, and those are already sort of meaningless. And if you just connect the two, you're making your game points meaningless as well. It's this trite thing that they're going to have to walk through, you're requiring them to do it. It loses all the trappings of a real game. However, if you disconnect it from your grading, then you are unleashing your own creativity because you can attach those game points in all sorts of ways. You can have big payouts, you can have small payouts, you can have multipliers, where if you get this, it doubles your XP, right? Because you're not trying to figure out how to balance that perfectly for the grade. And this makes a huge difference on the gameplay. So I really encourage you to separate the two because then you can do whatever you want within the game to really spice up the game. You can add team challenges. You could be on a field trip and say first to get to the bus gets 100 points because it doesn't affect their grade and you won't get in any sort of trouble for that. Some of the other benefits when you separate them is it also makes the whole running of the game easier because you don't have to worry so much about those points as you would if they were actually grade points. You don't have to document as much. You don't have to give as much written or verbal feedback based on those points. You can just give them out if you want, and you can give verbal or written feedback if you want, but you don't have to because parents aren't going to be like, well, I don't agree with this grade or anything like that because it's just game points. The other huge benefit is that you can truly come up with all sorts of items and badges and power-ups that affect the points where you couldn't do that if it was grade points because you'd have to find some sort of perfectly balanced system. You can get rid of all that, don't worry about all that, just create fun. Create some challenges, give out some experience points based on it, and don't worry about the grade. This will mean, the only trade-off is it takes longer to get people into your game, right? If it was required work, if it was required to get so many points, yes, you will get everybody on board right away. However, there's less authentic buy-in. I would rather have a slow capture of those students and have them truly be invested in the game. And every year, I've run it now five years, every year, kids get in. It doesn't take, by the end of the first quarter, they are definitely all in the game. They're loving the game. They're wanting to play the game. So don't worry about the slow buy-in of the game, when it's not required points. It'll still work out. Invest in your students, invest in yourself, unlock your own potential by not tying those to your grade points. Some of the best advice I can give you for building your game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, share, continue to ask questions. I love answering these crew questions. They're really good ones. Thanks a lot.